Alright, before we begin, I'm going to show you a quick way how to check your tensioner. Now, if you look straight down here on your vehicle, this pulley right here, make sure you can see first, this pulley right here is part of your tensioner. Now, what happens is this tensioner puts tension on that belt. Now, what I'm going to do, to loosen that up, you got to go counterclockwise. But what I'm going to do is go clockwise. I'm going to put tension on there. And you saw how the pulley moved down? Now, if your tensioner is good, when you let this go, it'll spring back just a little bit. It didn't move, which means this tensioner is not putting enough tension on that belt, because this belt is squealing. And if you look right there at the edge, you can see the belt is actually ripped. Alright, so let's get all this taken out. Alright guys, what you're going to need is a 15mm socket, shallow socket with a long ratchet. I'm using my Serpentine belt tool. Get one of these, the things are pretty cheap. So you want to go down here, and just like I told you before, this is the tensioner pulley. You want to put your, now you might be able to go to the bottom and get this as well. You're going to have to go up there anyway. So put that up there, and you want to go counterclockwise. Take the tension off the belt, reach down there, take the belt off the pulley, or you can take it off any pulley. You got one up here. This is the idler pulley. You can take it off here if you want. Then you can take it off the alternator. Then slowly release the tensioner. And now you can go ahead and pull your belt off. Alright guys, to avoid any issue, I need you guys to go out and get you a kit. Get you a kit that has the tensioner, an idler pulley, another idler pulley, and a new belt. Definitely this will help out just in case there's any pulley, because these pulleys are known to go bad. Alright, being that we're at the top, the first pulley we're going to remove is the idler pulley right here. And this idler pulley has a T50 Torx bolt in the center of it. So grab your T50 Torx. And you got your fan blades over here, and they might be in the way. Just turn it in a way where you can get that socket in there. And if I can get it in there. Okay. Get your hand up in here, because you always want to. Now, a lot of you guys might say, I can't get my hand in to do anything. And you try to loosen it up right now, just like this, without supporting this ratchet right here. There's a possibility you can do it, but there's also a possibility of you stripping that missing and stripping that bolt out. Then you're in trouble. So that's all you want to do, is just use your hand here to like brace it, and then go ahead and take that. Oops. Make sure I'm in there. Make sure that's turning. Alright, and then once you get it like that, a little trick, take the socket off the ratchet, reach your hand down in there, and just take it out the rest of the way, just like that. Alright, let's get this pulley out. Alright, let's get our first pulley, the smooth one. Now this bolt's going to feel like it's kind of stuck in there. So what you want to do is, because there's like a plastic bushing in there that keeps it centered into the pulley. So that's all you want to do, is take the palm of your hand, or you can take a little something, a piece of wood, and hit this. You're not going to mess up the threads because the threads are down here. But you can pretty much just push that out just like that. And there's that little plastic bushing I was telling you about. This is the back of the pulley. This is the front of the pulley. Put it through the front of the pulley and push it in. Just like that. Now it's ready to install. So we bring it around here. You want to go down because I might be in the way. Over here. Yeah. Bring it down. Always start your bolts off by hand first, so you can make sure you don't cross thread them. Alright, now that it's good, now get your T50 and tighten that bolt up. Alright guys, depending on your vehicle, if you have big tires, you can probably crawl up under the vehicle without having to jack it up. Just in case, I'm going to show you about jacking up. Safety is important, guys. You gotta have safety. Alright, right side of the vehicle, as you can see, I got my hydraulic jack jacking up the vehicle, and I got my jack stand as support. Now, I've always told you guys, if the jack stand, if you're on grass or dirt, you got to have a foundation, or that jack stand will sink into the ground. I'm on concrete, so I'm good to go. If you don't have concrete, I mean, don't even care, not even asphalt. It gotta be concrete. Get you a nice size plywood, not particle board, plywood, to serve as a foundation. And as added security, just leave your hydraulic jack right there. All right, I'm up under the vehicle, guys, and what you're looking at is right here. This is another idler pulley. This is the grooved one. And then right on the side of it is the tensioner. You're going to be using your same Torx T50 Torx socket. So what you want to do is go up here, put your ratchet on loosening, and get that in there. Now sometimes there's dirt in there and it's hard to get that socket to fit in there, but once you do, you want to make sure that it is in there. And again, use one hand as like a leverage to keep that ratchet steady. And go ahead. Got that one loose. Now let's go ahead and remove this pulley. Alright guys, we got that out. Now we're not going to replace it yet, because with that out of the way, it gives us easier access to get to the tensioner. So let's get our same T50. Go up here. You gotta make sure that thing is in those. Dang it. Okay, it's in there. Holding it still. And sometimes these things can be kind of tight. Oh my goodness, kind of tight. That's tight. Guys, if it's tight like that, definitely you want to take a hand and hold this, because you do not want to slip and bust your knuckle up against something down at the bottom. So, and a good method, guys. I don't know if you can see my hand down here on the ratchet. Open palm. Go like that. So that way you're not holding like this. So in case your hand slip, you're gonna.
Can't see it.
Oh, if your hands is like this, can you see it? You're gonna loosen it, and if it slips, you're gonna bust your knuckles. At least open hand, your hand will stop whatever you hit. That thing is tight. That thing is super tight. Oh my goodness, that is tight. Alright. That is tight. So what we're going to have to do now, guys, take this out before we strip that out. Now we need some better leverage. So what we're going to do now is switch over to a... let's see if I got a T50. Now what I could do is get a small pipe and put on the end of this ratchet, get my straight ratchet. You know what? I think I'll try that. Or I can see if I got a T50 half-inch drive and use my half-inch drive ratchet. But I might not have enough clearance between here and here. So let me go get something. So I'll be right back. All right, guys. Here's a little trick I'm gonna show you. This is gonna be a cool little trick. Got my T50 Torx. I changed over to my regular size ratchet. And you need something with leverage. So usually you would get a pipe or something, a small pipe, to extend onto this. If you don't have that, get you a wrench. And your wrench will lock right there, just like that. And then you use that as leverage. That is a cool trick. So that's what we're going to do up here. Let's go over here. First thing we do is get our socket in there. Oops, got to put this on loosening. Alright, I don't know if you can see down here. But now hook my wrench on to the end of it. Oops. These lines are in my way. You know what? Let me bring it over here a little bit. Okay, can you see my wrench on that?
Yeah.
Alright, again, hold this down. Now you use your wrench as that leverage. Oh my goodness, that thing is super tight. And this is where you get afraid, guys, because this thing will snap at your weakest point. And right now, my weakest point might be that T50 socket. So we're gonna try it again. Let's go. All right, I don't know, something went loose. Let's see if it's this. Oh yeah, there we go. Well, I just turned. That is super tight, guys. Now that it's coming loose. Holy cow, man. Alright, let's go ahead and let me see if it's loosening up here. Yep. Let's get that bolt out and take our tensioner out. Alright, guys. Dang it. You know, this is some bogus mess. Guys, be careful up under here too, because just like Sylvia just yelled at me, be careful in case the thing fall down, because in case that bolt comes down.
That's not what I said.
In case the thing comes down, fall down on your head, you don't want that. You know, this is some bogus mess, man. I thought I had this thing all the way out to show you guys that it's out. Alright, there we go. We got it out. Let's slowly lower it and then match it up with our new one. Alright guys, here we go. We matched them up. Everything looks the same. Now, first one, you want to take your bolt out. Now, you're going to take your bolt out and it's going to be stuck. It's not going to come out. What I want you to do is on the end of this bolt, take your brass hammer or a regular hammer, because you're not going to damage the threads because they got that little section right there that doesn't have any threads on it. So what you want to do is take the hammer, tap it till it's flat like that. The bolt is still not going to come out. Now what I want you to do is push the bolt back forward, or take the hammer back forward. Reason being, look at that, they put an O-ring back in there that keeps that thing from coming out. So at this point, take that O-ring off. You don't have to put it back if you don't want to.
Wait a minute.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Alright, sorry about it, guys. The door guy's in the way. Now we got that O-ring off. This bolt should be able to come right out. Alright, let's move on. Alright, guys. Now, putting this back, you're going to see them two tabs that's sticking out right here. Those are alignment tabs. Now, we're going to try to get a shot of the front of the engine, because those two got to insert in two holes that's going to line up with those on the block. So you got to make sure you position them and put that in there. Have your bolt there already, and then just start your bolt. Let's see if we can get a good look at that. All right, guys, you got a top view right now. This is this is an alternator bracket right here. But these are the alignment holes right here, and then there's where the bolt screws into. So what you're gonna do is bring up your tensioner. These are the two pins. Start your bolt first. Get that on by a couple threads, just so you don't cross thread it. Now our tensioner is set. So now, see if we put it right there.
You were in the.
Huh? Yeah, I know. I want to take it out and show them. See that right here? See how I can move it around? We know it's not lined up. So you just turn it until it fits right into place. Then you will not be able to turn it anymore. Take one hand and hold that into place, and take your other hand and bring that bolt in. Then take take your T50 with your ratchet and tighten that up. Alright guys, now we're on our last pulley. Same thing, this bolt right here. Push it out from the front. From the front of this pulley. This is the back. Notice how there's this deep crease inside there? That is the back. And up in the front, it's not that deep. It's completely different. Take your bolt, put your bolt in there, and let's go install it. Alright, let's bring it up here. Put it in there. And as I said before, start turning it by a couple threads by hand. So in that way you know it's not being cross-threaded. And then take your same T50 and tighten that up. Alright guys, we're ready to install our belt. Now, here's your belt diagram. This is the 4.2. Now what I need you to do is, while you're up underneath, put the belt around the crankshaft pulley and around that new idler pulley. Then come to the top. You're going to put it on all these pulleys, and this is with AC or without AC, all these pulleys except for the alternator. Alright, and then we're going to put this on together after that. Alright guys, we got the belt set up, everything except for the alternator. Now guys, if you want, because Sylvia made a good point a minute ago about isn't it easier to put it onto a smooth pulley. Yes, it is. But sometimes you can't get that, you can't reach the pulley to put it on, especially when you have your tensioner, your tool, in the way like this. So what you're going to do now is get ready. Let's get it. Now remember, we're going counterclockwise now on this. So have your belt ready to go on. And then go counterclockwise. And you might have to pull up, make sure all your pulleys are lined up. And this one is still not, you know what, next guys? I'll tell you what, let's get it off of our, put it back here on this pulley, on that idler pulley, and then try to go back, get it on the alternator. Now the tool's not in the way. Now that's all we have to do is just bring it forward on the smooth pulley. And see, this is gonna, okay, a little bit more. Alright. Well, I guess that wasn't such a great idea. Why does it look like it's, oh, I'm off over here. Make sure you're on all your pulleys, or it will be difficult to get that belt on. Alright, now let's see.
It looks like it's stuck behind it.
It is. That's why. There we go. Okay, make sure all the grooves are lined up, and then release your tension. Alright guys, this has came out to be a great job. Guys, usually we start the vehicle up once we start, but as you can see, we got the whole intake off of this car doing the intake runner control valve, and we got that short video on our other social media channels. So other than that, this is done, so we can't start it up. So if you guys have any comments or questions, be sure to post them in the comments section below. Or you can email me. I'm about to leave that out from now on. But you can email me direct to tim@astralautorepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. This is Timmy and Sylvia from Astral Auto Repairs. Yeah, boy. If we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.